Diba? Talagang ingrained. Corn talaga siya matagal.
Okay na. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Kasama natin ngayon, isa sa pinakabatang tumatakbo para sa isang seat sa ating konseho, John Ray Manading. Welcome.
Thank you very much po.
Kamusta, John Ray?
All is well po. As of now, marami tayong pinupuntahan.
Yes, panayang ikot.
And, yeah,
Kayang-kaya ba?
Ikot, yes po naman.
Alright. Now, John Ray, kwento mo sa amin. Ano nga ba ang simula mo dito sa ating public service? Balita ko, batang-bata ka pa talaga nag-umpisa.
Yes po. Tama po yun. Actually, I am only 24 years old, by the way. But public service starts when I was 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yes po.
My gosh, John Ray, paano nangyari yun? Magkwento ka ng konti bago tayo magbatuhan ng tanong. Kasi
sige po.
medyo exceptional naman itong 12 years old.
We started public service as child representative ng ating barangay sa West Quirino Hill.
At 12 years old.
At 12 years old, child representative. Then eventually, nakuha tayo as one of the board of directors ng Baguio Council for the Protection of Children.
13 ka naman na siguro noon.
12.
12 pa rin.
Yeah. And during that time, we were the one who took first activities for the children here in the city of Baguio na hanggang ngayon ginugunita pa rin natin. So like every November, we are celebrating Children's Month.
Yes.
Yan. Then after that, after being a child representative, biglang nawala yung SK.
Nag-break.
Nag-break.
Break ng konti.
Break. So, nung na-break ang SK, we were tasked as one of the leaders of the youth task force here in our barangay. So, parati pa rin tayong nagvo-volunteer sa barangay. And eventually, nung dumating na naman yung next SK election, we have the 2018 SK election, nagkaroon naman na tayo ng chance to sit as SK secretary. So
Alright.
appointed pa
rin ulit yun.
Yan. So naging SK secretary tayo, pero doon tayo siguro nag-peak during the pandemic.
Oo.
Naging frontliner tayo. So naki-join tayo sa mga pabigay ng ayuda.
Napakaraming kabataan talaga
yeah,
ang napilitang to step up during the pandemic.
Yeah,
So, isa
kasi
ka doon.
Isa po kami doon. So, ang ginagawa namin, hinahanap namin yung mga stranded na
Oo,
estudyante.
totoo yan. Tapos binibigyan
So, we
yung
give,
psychosocial support din.
yes po.
Naalala ko yung panahon na yun.
Binibigyan namin ng food, psychosocial support.
Kinikwentuhan nyo,
And,
kinakausap nyo.
Halos load, bibigyan mo rin ng load
Totoo,
para may
totoo.
pang-text sa pamilya nila. Yan. So, and we did not only do that in our own barangay, but also in the whole city.
So, that's when you really went on the front lines.
Yes po.
Appointed ka pa lang nun.
Appointed pa lang ako nun. So, eventually, actually, I remember we start our day 3 a.m. kasi yung mga magpapalista ng pupunta sa town. So, kami yung naglilista, then kami rin yung nagmo-monitor kung nakabalik na. So, ganon, yung aming buhay during the pandemic. Then, of course, kami rin, since kami yung frontline, kami yung parating inaaway, bakit wala pa kaming ayuda? Or
Kayo din ang laging nauutusan.
Yes po, yan. So, pag-iinitan ka ng opisyal, pag-iinitan ka ng taong bayan. So, eventually, dun naman tayo medyo nag-peak on our public service. Then, after that,
Ito na yung election na talaga ng SK.
This 2023 elections, sabi ko, siguro, I think, I'm ready naman na siguro to become barangay kagawad. Ganon. So,
Na talagang ibinoto.
so sabi ko, what if mag-file ako as barangay kagawad? So, nakita namin. So, ang ginawa namin, I collected 8 SK members to run. O, bahala na kayo kung sino mag-chairman. Ako, tatakbong
Kagawad.
But eventually, sabi nila, no, mag-file ka as SK chairman, kami lahat members. So, I ran unopposed.
You ran
Yeah,
unopposed.
sa West Quirino Hill.
Wow.
Then, eventually, sabi ko, then, since I'm unopposed, what if we try the federation?
Siyempre, yun na yung next step.
So, that's the next step. So
So, you filled in after Levy.
Yes po. So,
Big shoes to fill.
yes po. So, actually, itong first year ko, medyo kinapa ko pa eh.
Oo,
Ang
syempre.
hirap ng...
So, you've been with the council a year and a half, roughly.
Yes po, a
Magto-two.
year and a half, yeah.
My gosh.
Pero hindi naman tayo bago sa City Council kasi noon pa man, we've been joining the City Council.
Tapos ngayon,
Ngayon.
you plan to run as
Run
council,
for
a regular
councilor
councilor.
po.
Paano mo naman naisip yan?
And actually,
Dadri?
it's a very deep decision that
Talaga?
I've made. Sabi ko, when I entered the City Council, I realized the importance of having the majority. No? Kasi, during that time, when
Pag
I
majority
entered,
kasi halos lahat ng kailangan masunod, nasusunod.
nasusunod.
Dahil nasa iyo nga nasa majority, syempre ang bilang, kaya tinatawag na majority.
majority. Nung kasi pumasok tayo dyan, the group that we were joined in was the minority. Ang dami nilang magagandang proposal. Here comes yung mga land reforms natin, yung na-approve lang namin this last Monday, waiving of the 80% ng penalty ng building permit.
Totoo.
Yung mga yun, ang tagal na proposals yung mga yun, but because there is no majority, ang hirap natin i-push through.
So you've seen how
We-
geopolitics
yeah.
work inside the council.
Ang hirap ng
Yung disparity
magtrabaho
ng minority at
and
majority.
yan. So, then of course, nakita natin na we are within the SKs. We are within the SKs. But I think we need more SKs siguro na pumasok sa city councils, or we need more young people na pumasok sa city council. Kasi ang kesyo sa city council ngayon yes, we are all honorables, but sometimes maraming na-stuck. Merong mga proposals.
So you think that
new
the
proposals
new
na
generation
kuhan.
is set to take over?
Yes, I think I believe the youth right now are ready to
Is it
take
a bad
over.
thing? Kasi maraming nagsasabi, ang dami nating batikan, veterano,
Yes, po.
our councilors with wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and who knows the know-how in the city. Ba't hindi sila bigyan ulit ng pagkakataon? Pero we see, ang daming bago. Ang daming bagong pangalan. Kasama ka na doon.
Yes. Siguro for me, hindi natin makukuha yan sa bago or sa batikan. Right now, the world is fastly changing. The transition is very fast. The rising of AIs, the rising of new technologies. We need also new ideas, new creative ideas, fresh ideas in the city council and in our legislation. Actually, I will just say an example. There was once a proposal that the mayor will go to to sign an agreement with GCash para maging online transaction na yung mga pan natin sa city. But it was left hanging. Why? Because some of our legislators does not understand how does that work.
So merong
parang,
divide.
so
May
meron
digital divide.
Yeah. But we don't discredit naman yung pagka-veterano and the
Totoo.
wisdom. We still need mentors
Maraming
as young
sensitive
people.
dyan.
Yeah. We still need mentors as young people in the city council. But it does not mean that we don't have that capability also na makipagsabayan sa ating mga veteranong
In your years in public service, nakaranas ka na ba ng corruption? Has it been presented to you? Or may nag-offer na ba ng bribe? Kasi that's part of corruption.
Yeah. Yes, I would admit that
Na-shock ka ba?
I was very shocked when there are some of these legislators or people in office who wishes to bribe. Like, you get this money.
Legislator ang nag-offer.
I will not
Oo.
mention any names.
Sinasabi mo, legislator.
Yeah, pero legislator. But,
Okay.
yeah.
So, na-shock ka syempre.
Yes, of course, I was shocked. Like, sabi niya, I will give you this, but you vote for this. You know,
Totoong
so
nangyayari.
those were my first time
Oo.
in the
Bagong
City
salta.
Quad. So, nung pagkapasok kasi namin, nagkaroon ng reorganization.
Anong ginawa mo?
So, of course,
I mean, how did you decline? Kasi nakakailang
I
i-decline, di
think
ba?
it's not about, I would say I did not decline, but I did not take the offer also.
Oo.
Like, okay, you put that on the table, let that be as is, but I will still do my decision.
Oo.
I don't care about that offer that you are giving to me. So, eventually, when we do the reorganization, we did it as is.
Oo.
Yan, kasi I will give you like this, you will be in this place.
Shock na shock ka siguro, no?
Of course, on my part, although I'm aware that
Oh,
those are
yes.
part of politics really,
But when it's presented
but
to
when
you,
it's presented to me, like, oh my goodness, this is it.
ito na
But,
lahat yung pinag-aralan ko.
I said, we will never go into that.
Nalungkot ka ba that it was really happening?
Actually, I was disappointed nga.
Totoo.
Because, well, here in the city of Baguio, di ba? If you say Baguio politics is very dynamic, it's very, if you see our city councils, they're all educated. But, meron rin palang ganun dito sa city of Baguio.
Kakalungkot.
So, nakakalungkot na makita na mayroon palang mga ganitong
At
nangyayari.
simpleng matter lang siguro itong pagbobotohan nyo pa. No?
Oo
Hindi
nga.
masyadong...
Like reorganization,
Oo.
we will just shuffle the committees.
So, paano pa kung mas malaking
Yeah,
issue?
yun nga.
So, it's a foreshadowing of what is to come. Naku,
Yeah.
na-disillusion ng ating napakabatang konsehal, kumbaga. What is your perception of good governance? Dahil kasama ka nga sa Good Governance
Yes po.
Alliance. Ang dami kasing nagsasabi, naku, nasa ivory tower ang mga ito, good governance, napaka-idealistic. Pero, what do you think it really means?
When we say good governance, kasi this is a people-driven governance.
Oo.
Like as we have said, we are futuristic in the way of thinking. We are not thinking of today already. Only we are thinking of what will happen in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. That's why we are supporting these certain projects. Na we believe that it would make something better in our next generations to
So,
come, in our
people-driven.
people-driven governance. So, it is only now na nung pumasok ng good governance sa City of Baguio, it is only now that we are with the OGP or the Open Government Partnership,
Yes.
wherein we respect and we acknowledge the presence of the people in deciding.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like we have the City Development Council,
Aha.
wherein bago papasok ang mga project sa City Council,
Parang
i-discuss
dito
pa
muna
sa CDC.
sasalain.
Yeah, so,
At nakasala ang ating mga big ticket projects ngayon.
Yeah.
Inaantay natin yan.
So at
Naku,
least, ang sa atin lang sa good governance, kaya rin ako sumali dito kasi yung taon napapakinggan eh. So yung mga proposals naman natin, hindi basta-bastang binibigay na as is. So,
Yeah.
it's data-driven, it's people-driven, at ang higit sa lahat, walang corruption. I can testify that there is no
Oo.
really corruption in good governance.
pagkatapos mong ma-experience yung shocking na experience na yan, magpapatotoo kang walang corruption
Walang
ngayon
corruption.
dito sa sinalihan mo. Ngayon, part of your advocacy is mental health.
Yes po.
Paano ba natin to palalakasin pa? Kasi naumpisahan ito ng naunang SK
Yes,
sa'yo, si Levi Lloyd Orcales. Alala ko kasi ang struggle ni Councilor Orcales noong pandemic.
Yes, po.
At na-experience mo yan bilang frontliner.
Yes.
Paano ba natin palalakasin ng mental health advocacies natin at ang existing na mga batas na meron?
Yes, lucky are we that we have a bright SK Federation president before, Sir Levi Orcales, na gumawa ng mental health ordinance wherein we are already recognizing mental health as part of our health health services.
Yes, top
Kaya meron,
of our priorities
Yeah.
nga eh.
meron na tayong
Unit. oo.
unit sa HSO. Same as true, the Mental Health Council right now is being empowered because there are more young people as members in the Mental Health Council. So what we would like to happen here is we have to empower these young people wherein we have to expand it also in different schools, in different places where young people
As
is mostly
expansion na ang kailangan
we have to
natin.
expand this kasi usually ang nangyayari ngayon sa guidance counselor lahat ng mental health issues. So just imagine in one school with 400, 500
Sobrang
students.
dami ng kaso
Tapos
niyan.
iisa lang ang
Iisa
guidance
lang.
counselor. So it's really
So it's a
hard.
partnership with the schools
It's
now.
a partnership with the school.
Okay.
We have to train the teachers. We have to train youth leaders also to become first aiders in terms of mental health.
So that's one of the plans if you are given the chance.
Yeah.
Ano ba ang magiging pagkakaiba if you are sitting as counselor rather than sitting as an SK chair representing the SK in the council?
Yeah. Well, in the as SK Federation President kasi we are bounded to youth development and sports development. So yun lang yung committee na pwede nating hawakan.
Oo.
But if we become a regular counselor, at least mas makakapagbigay pa tayo ng mas maraming batas
Oo.
in terms of other committees, and same as true brought out pa tayo ng more activities for the city as a whole.
Itong ginawa mo sa career mo kasi maraming nagsasabing win-win. Kasi halimbawa, hindi ka pala rin sa council,
Yes po.
nasa council ka pa rin as a federation president.
Yes po.
So, testing the waters, kumbaga. So, a lot of
Quite
people
possible.
say that a sitting SK Federation president running for a city council seat is actually testing the waters
Testing
for
the water.
the years to come. So, it looks like you're headed for a long, lasting political career, John Ray. Let's get your stand on issues.
Yes po.
Kasi ang dami-daming pinag-uusapan sa ating syudad ngayon. Nagdedebate na ang magkakaibigan, nagiging
Yeah.
magkaaway na. Ano ba ang
Like-
tindig mo sa palengke?
Well, for me, first and foremost, I have a lot of family members in the market. And I hear them.
Actually, lahat tayo merong kaibigan o kamag-anak na
Kamag-anak,
nandyan,
yeah.
kaya
Pero ako kasi
napaka-sensitive.
I'm very close
Naku.
to a lot of people in the market.
Are you for the development of the market?
Yes.
Lahat tayo okay dyan. Pero nagkakatalo yata sa proponent.
Sa proponent.
Ano ba ang,
with SM.
yes, with SM.
Siguro sa akin, first we have to study the situation right now. Market development is an unsolicited proposal
Oo.
by the proponent. Meaning na hindi siya pwedeng pumasa kung hindi dadaan sa City Council at hindi dadaan sa CDC. Ngayon, according to the proposal, it will be funded by SM.
Yes.
And but it will be managed by the city. For me as Kwan, if someone would offer me, for example, to develop my business and then eventually ako rin lang ang manage, I think hindi tayo magkakaproblema doon.
Kung ganun ang magiging setup.
Ganun yung magiging setup. And I think it is the market development. Kasi ang issue ngayon, mapa-privatize eh.
Tapos
Yeah.
magkakaroon daw tayo ng malaking mall doon.
Yeah. Well, the proposal, of course, for me, I tried to read the proposal also. Hindi siya naman magiging mall and it will never be privatized. First and foremost, kung sino yung mga occupants sa palengke, sila rin lang naman ang kukuha ng mga stalls sa palengke.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah. And nakikita na kasi natin, yung mga actual occupants, yung sana kumuha. Ligid sa kalaman ng marami kasi, the market now is quite monopolistic in nature. Why?
Yes.
There are only few holding the market.
At maraming nagpapaupa, nagsasublease.
Just imagine, they are paying 5 to
It's
7,000.
an open secret actually. Alam ng lahat yan.
5 to 7,000 binabayaran niya sa city, pero pinapaupa niya 21,000.
Totoo yan.
So, kung ma-develop yung market and we will give it to the actual occupant at siya mismo yung magbabayad sa city, I think it will lower the price nung kwan.
So that's how you see
Yeah, and
this.
then
Study it.
Yeah. And of course, kung titingnan natin yung status ng ating market, it's really disoriented. It's really quite not appeasing also. Just last week, we went to Narvacan.
Yeah.
And we see their
Palengke yata ang
modern
una yung
market.
pinuntahan doon.
Yeah, yung modern market.
TTT ba yun?
hindi siya PPP.
Ayan na. Diyan napapasok ulit ang debate.
Pero, yes,
Doon kayo naglakbay-aral.
naglakbay-aral ang SP Council.
So, nakita nyo ang palengke ng Narvacan. Pwede pala.
Pwede pala. So, Narvacan is just a municipality.
Totoo.
We are a city. Pero yung quality ng market ng Narvacan to the quality ng market ng atin, it's way too far.
So, we have options
We
dahil
have options.
dadaan pa sa inyo.
Yes. And of course, we will not allow that it will be privatized.
Totoo.
Yeah. And what we would like also is to protect the interests of the people in the market.
And that's what our people in the market are hoping for. Somebody to champion kung ano talaga yung kailangan nila at ilabas kung yung fears talaga ng mga taga-palengke. Dahil lahat naman ng taga-palengke, I'm sure, is for development.
Yes. it's
Alam
for
nila
development.
kung ano ang kulang sa palengke.
Palengke. Tama.
Anyway, another issue. Medyo, debatable. Tsaka mainit na mainit dahil marami tayong mga kababayan na ito ang pinag-uusapan. Political dynasty. Ano ba tindig mo dito? Dahil hindi naman talaga sikreto na merong
Yes,
mag-a-attempt na mag-asawa na tatakbong sabay.
Well, I think this is already a social ill.
Yes.
In the not only here in the city of Baguio but in the Philippines as a whole. I am reading an article a while ago and it states out of the 253 seats in Congress, 216 are from political dynasty families.
Yes.
142 are bidding for re-election and 67 are bids or we have the political switch na sinasabi. Like natapos na so pinapalitan ng
Parang pinapamana.
Oo, yeah.
So ito yung ating mga obese at ang thin dynasties
Yeah.
kung i-define.
Yeah, pero you know what? Ito nga yung nakakatuwa sa ating batas eh. The SK Reform Act under Section 10 of RA 10742 states that an SK cannot run if an incumbent official is within the second consanguinity or affinity.
So kamag-anak.
Kamag-anak.
Sa SK to, ha?
Sa SK. So, if we can apply, and you know what? When this was applied, in fairness to COMELEC Baguio, this was applied and it is effective. We observed na
Sa
wala.
SK to,
Sa
ha?
SK. Yan. So, ito na ngayong nakakatuwa.
Totoo.
If we can do it to the SKs, to the young bloods, which I see it as a good thing, why can we not do it sa national and the local
Nakakahiya
government?
dahil sa ating SK, sinusunod nyo to.
Yes.
At you're a testament to this
Yes.
kasi alam mong ini-implement. May definition tayo.
Yeah,
Pero
we have a
sa
clear
ating
definition.
national, wala tayong definition.
Yeah.
Kaya nga ito ang nagiging katwiran ng ilan sa ating mga kasamahan na wala namang definisyon.
But yun nga sabi, there is no law that really define what is a political dynasty. But in the SK Reform Act, it is very well defined. Second consanguinity, second affinity. Well defined siya eh. It's just that there is no law to
Yung maliit na bagay na yan
Yeah,
ang ginagamit,
hindi natin
yung walang batas. John Ray, what do you think Baguio City needs? Kasi ikaw ay kabisado mo ang pulso ng kabataan. Obviously, you've been in service since you were 12. So, alam mo kung anong kailangan ng ating youth. But what do you think the city needs? Because you're going into a league that is beyond the SK. Kumbaga, it's the
Yes.
it's the real world, kumbaga. What do you think we need in Baguio?
Well, as the city of Baguio, as a champion for good governance, parating tinitingala ang Baguio when it turns to government. Dahil sa lahat ng bumisita na local government, tinitingnan na maganda ang nangyayari sa Baguio in terms of governance. But right now, hindi tayo nag-i-improve pa orong. And we are going into overdevelopment, to tell you honestly. There was a study that says that by 2043, Baguio will undergo urban decay.
Yeah.
And if we will not do any action to this, then we cannot defeat urban decay. Baka by 2043, hindi na livable ang Baguio. So what we really need right now are sustainable developments and a development that is pro-environment, pro-people and pro-economy para hindi natin ma-face ang irreversible urban development.
Kasi pag na-reach natin itong 2043 nga, dahil tungkol nga sa study na to, at wala tayong ginawa, wala na
mangyayari.
tayong,
Yan.
wala na future, kumbaga.
So, doon naman kami papasok na mga baguhan. Since we are in the digital age right now, we are not discrediting once again, the veterans.
Yes.
But as new breeds, we need new ideas, fresh ideas really, on how to make Baguio a smart city. We are already on the first phase of Baguio becoming a smart city, but we need more ideas to fully develop a smart city.
Tsaka continuing kasi itong
Yes.
programang Smart City, hindi natin binabansagan ang sarili natin na Smart City at matatapos na lang doon.
Yes.
Parang nag-i-improve at nade-develop ito every month, taon-taon. Tama. John Ray, ngayon, I give you the chance, talk to our voters and tell them why an SK Federation president needs to go into the council as a regular councilor. Why do we need a John Ray Mananing in the council today?
Ayan. To the people of Baguio, here I am, John Ray Mananang, the youngest running candidate in the city council. What we need right now are fresh ideas, new ideas, and creative ideas that would help the city in the next 5 to 10 years. And I believe I have that capacity to bring you good, new, and fresh ideas wherein a government with a transparent and accountable way of governance, a government who sees the environment, the people, and the economy into perfect balance. Kailangan natin ng mas maraming bata, mas maraming bago sa konseho. We always say na tuwing eleksyon, ito ang pag-asa, ito ang pagbabago. But if we will never change the people in government, then when will the change comes to us? So we are here offering our selves as the new ones to introduce new things in the city council.
Maraming salamat at huwag natin kakalimutan, number 23 sa balota.
Yes.
Pinakabata, si John Ray Mananing.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Kulit naman talaga. Anong number mo?
0910